Hey there, future brainiacs.
Yeah.
Ever picture yourself like walking across this like super vibrant campus, and just surrounded by all these crazy smart people? Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into what it's actually like to work at UBC, the University of British Columbia.
Right. And for this deep dive, we're using our trusted source, academicjobs.com.
Okay, so academicjobs.com, they call UBC a five-star university.
Yeah, their highest rating.
That sounds pretty impressive, but like, what does that even mean, for someone who's thinking about working there?
Well, I think it all comes down to like UBC's commitment to academic excellence. We're talking about globally recognized programs, a faculty that's full of award-winning experts and research opportunities that are just like second to none.
Yeah, so like, give me an example.
Okay, so for example, their computer science program, it's ranked among the top 10 in the entire world.
Wow.
And their medical school is always producing these like world-renowned physicians.
Okay, so we're talking serious brain power here. But like, it's not just about attracting these brilliant minds, right? It's about giving them the space and the resources to really excel.
Exactly. UBC doesn't just like recruit top talent, they invest heavily in their success.
Okay, so how do they actually do that?
Well, they've put a ton of resources into creating like state-of-the-art research facilities.
Oh, yeah.
And they have this really unique mentorship program that pairs like junior faculty with seasoned researchers in their field.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then they also provide like generous funding for their staff to go to like professional development conferences and stuff. So it's like they're making sure that everyone has a chance to like grow and learn.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're really committed to nurturing a culture of learning and development. But what about like work-life balance?
Right.
I've heard amazing things about Vancouver and Kelowna, where UBC's campuses are.
Oh, absolutely. Vancouver especially is consistently ranked as like one of the most livable cities in the world.
Yeah, for sure. I could see why.
Yeah. The natural beauty is stunning with like the mountains and the ocean. It's like a breathtaking backdrop for work and play.
Yeah, and the city's got like a really vibrant arts and culture scene, amazing food from all over the world, and just like a relaxed, welcoming atmosphere. Okay, so I'm sold on the scenery and the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But what about the actual work environment within UBC itself? What's the vibe like?
Well, one thing that really stands out is UBC's commitment to equity and diversity.
Okay.
They've worked really hard to create a super inclusive environment that values people from all backgrounds and walks of life. They hire based on merit, encouraging applications from a diverse pool of candidates, and they've implemented several initiatives to foster like a real sense of belonging within the university community.
That's really great to hear.
Yeah.
Inclusivity is just one piece of the puzzle, though.
Right.
What about opportunities for professional growth? Do they just attract great people, or do they help them become even greater?
They totally help them become even greater.
Right.
Yeah. UBC is all about empowering their employees to reach their full potential.
How do they do that?
Well, they offer a bunch of professional development resources, from workshops and training programs to leadership development opportunities and mentoring programs. They recognize that investing in their people is like crucial for the university's continued success.
So it's not just about having a fancy title.
Right.
It's about having the support to grow into that title and beyond.
Exactly.
Now, I'm curious about something we haven't touched on yet. The UBC Alumni Network.
Oh, yes.
I know they've got some pretty impressive names on that list.
Oh, absolutely. Their alumni network is like a testament to all the incredible talent that UBC attracts and nurtures. We're talking about Nobel laureates, prime ministers, Oscar-winning filmmakers, and business leaders who are like shaping industries worldwide.
Wow.
It's a pretty inspiring group to be associated with.
Yeah, that's quite the network.
Yeah.
It sounds like being part of the UBC community opens doors to like a pretty incredible network of people. But with such a high concentration of accomplished individuals, it makes you wonder, is there a healthy work-life balance?
That's a good question.
I mean, is it all work and no play at UBC?
Not at all. Actually, UBC has a very vibrant campus culture.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. There are tons of clubs, organizations, and social events that cater to like a wide range of interests.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, whether you're into sports, music, volunteering, or even just like hanging out with colleagues, there's something for everyone.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
It sounds like they understand that like a happy and engaged workforce is a productive workforce.
Exactly. They've created an environment that fosters both intellectual stimulation and a genuine sense of community.
So we've got world-class academics, cutting-edge research, a supportive and diverse environment, an incredible alumni network, and a vibrant campus culture. It sounds like UBC has it all.
They do. And it's clear that they're committed to attracting and retaining top talent, not just within Canada, but from around the world.
But let's be real for a second. Vancouver, while beautiful, is also known for its high cost of living.
Right.
How does UBC address this challenge when trying to attract and retain talent?
That's a great question, and it's definitely something that UBC is very aware of.
Yeah.
They offer competitive salaries and benefits packages to help offset the cost of living in Vancouver. Plus, they provide resources and support to help employees find affordable housing options in the city.
Okay, so they're really trying.
Yeah.
That's reassuring to know.
Yeah.
It shows that they're really taking into account the needs of their employees and trying to make Vancouver a more accessible place to live and work.
Absolutely. And it speaks to their commitment to creating a supportive and inclusive work environment.
Now, we've talked about UBC's commitment to diversity and inclusion, but I'm curious to know how that actually plays out in the day-to-day experience of working there.
Right.
Does it impact the research being done, the teaching styles, or even just the social interactions on campus?
That's a great question, and it's something that makes UBC truly unique. From what I've gathered, diversity is like woven into the very fabric of UBC's identity. You can see it reflected in the research being conducted, which often tackles global issues from multiple perspectives.
Interesting.
It's also evident in the teaching styles, which embrace different learning approaches and cultural backgrounds.
Yeah.
And on a social level, the campus is like a melting pot of cultures and perspectives.
I like that.
Yeah, it creates a really rich and stimulating environment.
So it's not just about having a diverse workforce. It's about fostering a truly inclusive environment where those diverse perspectives are valued and integrated.
Exactly. UBC seems to understand that diversity isn't just a box to be ticked. It's a source of strength and innovation.
I like that.
And that's something that's incredibly attractive to people who are looking to work in a stimulating and intellectually challenging environment.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is all incredibly impressive. But I'm curious to know more about the specific research happening at UBC.
Okay.
I know they're a research powerhouse, but what are some of the areas where they're really pushing the boundaries?
Well, UBC is known for its strength in a wide range of disciplines, from medicine and engineering to arts and humanities.
Wow.
They have world-renowned researchers working on everything from cancer treatments to climate change solutions to exploring the frontiers of artificial intelligence.
Wow, that's quite a range. It seems like UBC is really at the forefront of knowledge creation across so many fields.
They are. And what's really exciting is that they're encouraging interdisciplinary collaboration, recognizing that the most innovative solutions often come from bringing together experts from different fields.
So it's not just about individual brilliance,
Right.
but also about the power of collaboration.
Exactly. UBC seems to understand that the biggest challenges facing our world require a collective effort.
Yeah.
And they're fostering an environment where researchers from different backgrounds can come together and spark new ideas.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
This collaborative spirit is really inspiring. But for someone who's not a seasoned researcher, what kind of support is available at UBC?
Right.
Are there opportunities for, like, early career researchers or students to get involved in these groundbreaking projects?
Absolutely. UBC is very committed to supporting its researchers at all levels, from undergraduates to seasoned faculty.
Oh, wow.
They've got a robust system of grants, fellowships, and scholarships to help fund research projects.
Okay.
They also have dedicated mentorship programs to help guide young researchers and connect them with experts in their field.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
It sounds like UBC is really invested in nurturing the next generation of research talent.
They are, and that's something that's incredibly important for the future of innovation and discovery.
Now, we've touched on UBC's commitment to sustainability, but I'm curious to learn more about how they're actually putting those principles into action.
Right.
It's one thing to talk the talk, but it's another thing entirely to walk the walk, especially when it comes to something as complex as sustainability.
You're absolutely right. And UBC is not just paying lip service to sustainability, they've woven it into the very fabric of their operations and culture.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about how they're actually walking the walk.
Well, for starters, they've set some ambitious goals for themselves, like becoming a zero-waste community and achieving carbon neutrality.
Ah,
To reach these goals, they've implemented a comprehensive waste reduction and recycling program across their campuses.
okay.
They've also invested heavily in renewable energy sources like solar and geothermal. And they're not just stopping there.
This is great. What else are they doing?
They're also promoting sustainable transportation options like cycling, walking, and public transit.
Okay.
They've even got a car-sharing program for students and staff to reduce their reliance on personal vehicles.
Wow. It sounds like they're really encouraging people to ditch their cars and embrace more eco-friendly ways of getting around.
They are, and they're also making a big push to incorporate sustainability into their curriculum. Yeah, they're offering courses and programs on everything from climate change to sustainable business practices to ecological restoration.
So they're not just making their campuses more sustainable, they're also educating the next generation of leaders on how to create a more sustainable future.
Exactly. They're really taking a holistic approach to sustainability,
Mhm.
recognizing that it's not just about infrastructure and technology, but also about changing mindsets and behaviors.
That's so important. It's great to hear the UBC is not just focused on the what of sustainability, but also on the why and the how.
Absolutely. They seem to understand that sustainability is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
And they're committed to involving the entire UBC community in that journey.
You know, all this talk about sustainability is making me think about the bigger picture here. We've talked about UBC's academic excellence, their research opportunities, their commitment to diversity, and now their dedication to sustainability.
Right.
It seems like they're really striving to be a force for good in the world.
I completely agree. UBC seems to be guided by a strong set of values that go beyond just academics and research.
Yeah.
They're really trying to make a positive impact on the world, both locally and globally.
And that's something that must be incredibly appealing to potential employees, to know that you're not just going to work every day,
Right.
but you're actually contributing to something bigger than yourself.
Absolutely. It's a powerful motivator.
Yeah.
And it's something that sets UBC apart from many other universities.
Now, with all these amazing initiatives and accomplishments,
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if there are any areas where UBC could improve its sustainability efforts.
Okay.
Are there any challenges they face in trying to achieve their ambitious goals?
That's a great question. And it's important to acknowledge that no institution is perfect,
Mm-hmm.
even with all its efforts. UBC faces challenges in its pursuit of sustainability.
Okay.
One major hurdle is funding.
Right.
Implementing these initiatives requires significant financial resources,
Yeah.
and securing those funds can be a constant battle.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's great that they're setting such ambitious goals, but achieving them requires a commitment of both time and money.
Exactly. And with competing priorities for funding across the university,
Right.
securing the necessary resources for sustainability initiatives can be a challenge.
It's a good reminder that sustainability is an ongoing process,
Yeah,
and there's always room for improvement.
absolutely. But even with these challenges, UBC's commitment to sustainability is truly commendable.
Yeah.
And they're making impressive strides towards creating a more sustainable future.
Okay, that's great to hear.
Welcome back to our deep dive into UBC. Before the pause, we were just talking about UBC's really impressive commitment to sustainability.
Yeah, it's truly inspiring to see like an institution of UBC's caliber,
Yeah.
really putting so much emphasis on sustainability.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to learn more about the specific initiatives, that they've undertaken to achieve these ambitious goals.
Well, one of the key areas that they've focused on is energy efficiency. They've invested a ton in upgrading their infrastructure to reduce energy consumption across their campuses. For example, they've implemented this sophisticated building automation system that optimizes like the heating and cooling and lighting based on real-time occupancy and environmental conditions.
That's fascinating. So it sounds like they're taking a very data-driven approach to energy management.
Right.
But what about renewable energy sources?
Yeah.
Are they incorporating like solar, wind, or other renewable energy technologies into their energy mix?
Absolutely. UBC has actually been a pioneer in adopting renewable energy technologies. They've installed like all these extensive solar panel arrays on rooftops across their campuses.
So they're generating clean electricity right on site.
Exactly. And they've even invested in a geothermal energy system
Wow.
that harnesses the Earth's natural heat to provide heating and cooling for some of their buildings.
Oh, that's incredibly impressive. It sounds like they're really committed to reducing their reliance on fossil fuels and transitioning to a cleaner energy future. But what about waste reduction? We were talking earlier about their goal of becoming a zero-waste community.
Right.
How are they tackling that challenge?
Well, it's a multifaceted approach, and they've made really remarkable progress.
Okay.
One key initiative is their comprehensive composting program.
Yep.
They've implemented a system for collecting food scraps and other organic waste from dining halls, offices, and residences across their campuses.
So what happens to all that waste?
Well, this organic waste is then composted and used to fertilize campus gardens and landscaping.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so they're closing the loop and reducing the amount of waste that gets sent to landfills.
That's a fantastic initiative. It's amazing how they're finding ways to turn waste into a valuable resource.
Yeah,
But what about reducing waste at the source?
right.
Are they doing anything to encourage people to, like, reduce their consumption and make more sustainable choices?
Absolutely. UBC has implemented a whole range of programs and initiatives to promote a culture of sustainability among its community members.
Okay, so like what kind of programs?
Well, for instance, they've launched a reusable container program for takeout food.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that reduces the use of disposable containers.
Mm-hmm.
And they've also introduced water refill stations across their campuses,
Okay.
encouraging people to ditch single-use plastic water bottles and opt for reusable ones.
Those are great examples of how, like, small changes in behavior can have a significant impact on reducing waste.
Yeah.
But beyond these individual initiatives, I'm curious to know how UBC is integrating sustainability into its overall planning and decision-making processes.
Right. That's a really crucial aspect of their approach.
Mm-hmm.
They've developed like a comprehensive sustainability plan that outlines their goals, strategies, and actions for achieving a more sustainable future.
Okay.
And this plan guides their decision-making across all areas of university operations, from infrastructure development to academic programs to procurement policies.
So it's not just about isolated initiatives. It's about embedding sustainability into the very DNA of the institution.
Exactly. And that's what makes UBC's approach so impressive.
Yeah.
They're not just addressing sustainability as an afterthought.
Right.
It's like a core principle that guides their decision-making at every level.
This is all incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the challenges that they face in implementing these ambitious sustainability initiatives.
Mhm.
I imagine funding must be a major hurdle, as we discussed earlier.
You're absolutely right. Funding is a constant challenge, especially when it comes to large-scale infrastructure projects like renewable energy installations or building retrofits.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, securing the necessary funds requires careful planning, strong partnerships, and a compelling case for the long-term benefits of these investments.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that sustainability is not like a quick fix, you know?
Right.
It requires a long-term commitment and a willingness to invest in solutions that may not pay off immediately, but will benefit the institution and the planet in the long run.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And UBC has demonstrated that commitment time and time again.
Mm.
They're not just focused on short-term gains, they're playing the long game when it comes to sustainability.
Now, speaking of long-term thinking,
Mm-hmm.
I'm remembering something we touched on earlier, UBC's impressive alumni network.
Yes.
We mentioned Nobel laureates, prime ministers, Oscar-winning filmmakers,
Right.
individuals who've made, significant contributions to their fields and the world at large.
It's truly remarkable, and
Yeah.
it makes me wonder about the role that UBC's unique environment and values have played in shaping the trajectories of these accomplished individuals.
Right, like what is it about UBC that fosters this level of excellence and impact?
That's a really good question.
It's like they're producing rock stars in every field.
Yeah, maybe it's the university's unwavering commitment to academic rigor, coupled with its strong emphasis on interdisciplinary collaboration and a supportive, inclusive environment.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. UBC seems to create an environment where brilliant minds can thrive, where collaboration is encouraged, and where innovation is celebrated. And it's not just about intellectual pursuits.
Right.
It's about fostering a sense of purpose and social responsibility, encouraging individuals to use their talents to make a positive impact on the world.
Absolutely. It's clear that UBC is not just about producing graduates who excel in their chosen fields.
Right.
They're about shaping individuals who are committed to making a difference in the world.
Now, we've talked about UBC's research prowess and their commitment to sustainability,
Right.
but I'm curious to learn more about how they're fostering a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Earlier, you mentioned that UBC is considered an innovation hub. What exactly does that mean?
That's a great question, and it's something that truly sets UBC apart.
Okay.
They've gone beyond the traditional role of a university and have created an ecosystem that nurtures innovation and supports the development of groundbreaking ideas.
That's intriguing. Tell me more about this innovation ecosystem they've created.
Well, it starts with their commitment to research and discovery.
Mm-hmm.
They've attracted world-renowned researchers who are pushing the boundaries of knowledge in a wide range of disciplines.
Okay.
But they don't just stop at research. They've created mechanisms to translate those discoveries into real-world applications.
So they're bridging the gap between academia and industry.
Exactly. They have a thriving network of incubators, accelerators, and venture capital funds that support the commercialization of research discoveries.
Oh, wow.
They've also established partnerships with industry leaders to provide students and faculty with opportunities to apply their knowledge and skills to real-world challenges.
It sounds like they're creating a dynamic environment where innovation can flourish,
Yeah.
where ideas can be tested, and where new ventures can take flight.
Absolutely. And they're not just supporting established researchers and entrepreneurs, they're also cultivating an entrepreneurial spirit among their students.
That's fantastic. How are they doing that?
They offer a wide range of programs and initiatives designed to empower students to develop their entrepreneurial skills and to explore their innovative ideas.
Like what?
They have entrepreneurship courses, workshops, mentorship programs, and even pitch competitions where students can pitch their business ideas and compete for funding.
That's amazing. It's incredible how they're creating a supportive environment that encourages students to think outside the box and to pursue their entrepreneurial dreams.
It truly is. And it's not just limited to students in business or engineering programs.
Right.
They're integrating entrepreneurial thinking into curricula across a wide range of disciplines, recognizing that innovation can come from anywhere.
This emphasis on innovation and entrepreneurship is truly inspiring,
Yeah.
but with so much focus on bringing ideas to market and creating real-world impact.
Right.
I'm curious to know how UBC maintains its commitment to fundamental research and the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake.
That's a great question, and it speaks to a potential challenge that UBC faces. Balancing the pursuit of fundamental research with the drive for innovation and commercialization is a delicate act.
Yeah, it's a tension that many research universities grapple with.
Right.
How is UBC navigating this challenge?
Well, they seem to recognize the importance of both and are striving to create an environment where both can thrive.
Okay.
They continue to invest heavily in fundamental research, recognizing that it's the foundation for future innovation.
Right.
But they're also actively encouraging researchers to consider the potential applications of their discoveries and to explore pathways for translating their research into real-world solutions.
Yeah, so they're not just thinking about, the theoretical side of things.
Right.
They're also thinking about how to actually make a difference in the real world.
Exactly. And this is a crucial aspect of their success as an innovation hub.
As we delve deeper into the world of UBC, it becomes increasingly clear that this institution is not just a university.
Mm.
It's a dynamic ecosystem that fosters intellectual growth, innovation, and a commitment to making a positive impact on the world.
I completely agree. UBC is a shining example of what a world-class university can be in the 21st century.
But as with any thriving ecosystem, there are bound to be challenges and areas for growth.
Right.
What are some of the potential hurdles that UBC might face as it continues to evolve and pursue its ambitious goals?
That's a great question, and it leads us to the next chapter of our deep dive. After a quick pause, we'll explore some of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for UBC as it navigates the ever-changing landscape of higher education.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into UBC. Before we pause, we were talking about all of UBC's amazing achievements and how they're really pushing the boundaries in so many areas.
Yeah.
But as with any institution that's doing really well, there are always challenges, and opportunities to explore.
Yeah, definitely. It's important to remember that no institution is perfect.
Yeah.
And even a world-class university like UBC is going to face some hurdles.
So what are some of the challenges that UBC might encounter as it keeps growing and evolving?
Well, one challenge that a lot of big research universities face is funding. The competition for researcher grants is super fierce.
Yeah, I bet.
And securing enough funding for cutting-edge research can be a constant struggle.
Yeah, that makes sense. Research is expensive.
Right.
And with so many brilliant minds at UBC, all competing for these limited resources, I can only imagine how stressful that must be.
Absolutely. And that pressure to secure funding can sometimes trickle down and impact the whole work environment.
Yeah, how so?
Well, researchers might feel pressured to publish their work quickly or to chase after research that's more likely to get funding, even if it's not really what they're most interested in.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's not just about the researchers themselves. It's about creating a supportive environment where they can follow their research passions without feeling all that pressure.
Exactly. Another challenge that UBC might face, because it's in Vancouver, is the high cost of living.
Right.
Vancouver is a gorgeous and lively city,
Yeah.
but it's also one of the most expensive cities in Canada, especially when it comes to housing.
Oh, for sure. Housing costs in Vancouver are like crazy high. And that can be a real obstacle for people thinking about moving to the city, even for like an amazing opportunity at UBC.
Absolutely. That's something UBC really needs to keep in mind when they're recruiting and retaining top talent.
Hmm.
They need to offer competitive salaries and benefits packages that can help offset that high cost of living in Vancouver.
Okay, so
Yeah.
are there any other challenges that come to mind?
Well, as UBC continues to grow and attract talent from all over the world,
Yeah.
it's super important that they hold on to their strong commitment to diversity and inclusion.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a diverse student body and workforce,
Uh-huh.
but it's a whole other thing to create a truly inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and respected and empowered to share their unique perspectives.
That's such a crucial point.
Yeah.
Diversity without inclusion, it's just like a surface level effort.
Right.
It's about fostering a sense of belonging, where everyone has an equal opportunity to thrive and succeed.
Precisely. And as UBC becomes more international, it's really important that they continue to adapt and evolve to meet the needs of their increasingly diverse community.
So how can they do that?
Well, this might involve offering language support services, cultural sensitivity training, and creating spaces where individuals from different backgrounds can connect with each other and learn from each other.
It sounds like UBC has so much to be proud of,
Yeah,
but they also have to be really mindful of these challenges as they continue to grow and strive for excellence.
absolutely. But I'm confident that UBC, with its strong leadership and dedication to its core values, will find ways to navigate these challenges, creative and effective ways,
Yeah.
and continue to be a leader in higher education.
It's been so inspiring to take this deep dive into the world of UBC.
Yeah.
We've covered so much from their academic excellence and cutting-edge research to their commitment to diversity, sustainability, and innovation.
Right.
It's clear that they're a really exceptional institution.
I totally agree. UBC is such a shining example of what a world-class university can be, and they're setting a really high bar for other institutions to follow.
And for our listeners who are feeling inspired to join this incredible institution, remember, you can find your next amazing opportunity at academicjobs.com.
That's right. Academicjobs.com is your go-to source for exploring the exciting world of academic careers.
They have all the latest university job postings, not just in Canada, but globally.
Yeah, top local and global universities post incredible career opportunities on the site, so it's definitely worth checking out.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into UBC. It's been an inspiring journey, and we hope you've come away with a better understanding of what makes this university such a remarkable place to work and learn. Until next time, keep exploring your potential.